Blessings and love to you. Thanks for joining me on the channel. We're studying the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and today we are on lesson number 308. This instant is the only time there is. I have conceived of time in such a way that I defeat my aim. If I elect to reach past time to timelessness, I must change my perception of what time is for. Time's purpose cannot be to keep the past and future one. The only interval in which I can be saved from time is now. For in this instant has forgiveness come to set me free. The birth of Christ is now, without a past or future. He has come to give his present blessing to the world, restoring it to timelessness and love. And love is ever present, here and now. Thanks for this instant, Father. It is now I am redeemed. This instant is the time you have appointed for your Son's release and for salvation of the world in him. This is such a great lesson to contemplate, especially in these times where the past is definitely being thrown into the present, and then thoughts about the future are being thrown into the present. So this lesson is making me think of a new prayer to the Holy Spirit, asking for guidance from the Holy Spirit. So essentially, I don't know that I fully understand the quantum idea of timelessness. But what's coming to me is that my ego wants me to believe that this chronological linear timeline of my life is real, and that I'm 46 years old, I'm a woman, there are certain things I'm supposed to be experiencing at this age, right? And all of that body-based reflective thinking on my chronological linear age is what the ego mind wants me to believe, which keeps me here in this world where I look around and I see it's a little rainy today in Kansas City, and I'm seeing things that I see, but the idea of timelessness makes me realize that all of my attention is being focused on an illusion. This experience is an illusion, and the ego wants me to spend every second of my time confused about time and to be stuck in the past, or especially now during an election season, a lot of people are making promises about the future. So it's like the past and the future are one right now, and we're all being shoved into this little tiny, sector of view around our understanding of reality. So my prayer to the Holy Spirit based upon this lesson is, please help me see, feel, and know timelessness right now. Take me out of the illusion, even if it's just for a glimpse, to help me understand where true love is, where true reality, the ultimate reality is, so that I can start to understand how the ego is using my past and my excitement or fears about the future to keep me imprisoned in this illusion. I want to be free of the illusion, and time is a huge way that we're all stuck here, because I'll just kind of leave it at that. But I also noticed there's a couple really important things to bring up here in the lesson. First of all, we're talking about we've been appointed for your Son's release. So it's not just me, it's all of us. We are still one mind connected to the mind of God. We think that we're in separation here, which is another way time is used against us, but we're not. We're still one. And as we're awakening, we must share with each other using video, using voice, using just random conversations. We are much bigger and brighter than what we see in the reflection in the mirror, and the salvation of the world in him. So we're talking about, when we hear saving the world, it sounds like, well, that's a lot of work because there's a lot of people in the world to save. But the Course teaches us it's just us. It's individually. Our perception is what needs to be healed, because the world within is the one that our consciousness is actively creating in every now. So not only are we working on changing the way that we view the world, but understanding that as we save ourselves, we're saving the world within, which is our consciousness projecting the external world and our bodies. I mean, our consciousness is actively creating our bodies. So anytime we're feeling off or anxious or sick or ill or injured in any way, there's that part of our mind that knows, okay, we created this situation, and what's beneath it, what's the real cause. But don't let that be now your body is defining you. Try not to identify with the body. The birth of Christ is now, without a past or future. So that's another way to remove, let's say, the image of Jesus. Like, the birth of Christ is really not about the man Jesus, but the Christed consciousness, our level of consciousness that is born in us now, if we can pull away from the ego's little sticky fingers to keep us in time. The birth of Christ is now, timelessness is now, love is now. That is our true identity. And so have a moment today where you just reject everything about this world and bring yourself out of it. Close your eyes and just imagine that you are free, because that's the truth of who we are. And the more moments that we can have in timelessness, my prediction anyway, is that we will have more peace descending into our being, all through us. We will be a lighthouse of peace for others. And things, all of the problems and blocks that we have in our minds, all of the wounds and all the things that we're holding on to, those things will begin to be replaced with confidence that we are in timelessness. And all those stories about the past, I reject all stories of the past. I reject all fears about the future, because timelessness is now, and all of that other stuff is just keeping us in the illusion in order for the ego to crucify us over and over and over again. So let's be done with that today. Have a beautiful day. And I will be starting my road trip today, heading up to South Dakota to vote for Donald Trump. So I'm going to stop in Sioux Falls, and I'm just going to do about 5.5 hours of driving today, same amount tomorrow, but I'll be in Spearfish, South Dakota, casting my vote on Tuesday, and I'll be making videos along the way. So enjoy. I hope you're having a beautiful experience with these lessons, that you find peace in timelessness today, and I'll see you back here again on the next video.